We're gonna start in closed guard. I'm gonna get my grips. Guys, when you get your grips from here, make sure you grab inside and we're gonna wrap out with them, okay? So before we even get into today's technique, I'm gonna show you guys how to frame up your guard properly, all right? So I'm gonna open up, my feet are gonna go to the ground, I'm gonna do a hip escape out to the side. When I do my hip escape, my leg is gonna come inside, and I'm gonna bring my shin right on my partner's bicep. This is called a bicep ride. Remember, I'm keeping my frames in front of me when I'm trying to play open guard. I don't want Houston getting around me, okay? From here, I'm gonna go ahead and do another hip escape out the other direction, and my foot's gonna come over top, and I'm gonna step right on my partner's shoulder. We call this a shallow lasso. A normal lasso, I would be fed all the way through, but we're gonna step on our partner's shoulder. This is a very strong tool. Even if Houston were to rip this grip off and start trying to pass my guard to the side, I can push into him with this and keep him at bay with just one grip, okay? We're playing with two right now, but this is very beneficial for me. I can step on his hip over here and keep my grips tight. We're gonna look at attacking our partner on their knees first, and then in the following weeks we'll get into standing options. But this is where I wanna get to first. You guys can sometimes have both shins in, starting here as well. I just don't have as many options from here. In this scenario right here, I've got a lot of good options. Even if he breaks off one of my grips, I still have the other one in place to keep him at distance, okay? I can still pull, and I can manage him right here, and I can start setting up attacks, okay? So one more time on that. I'm gonna get my grips, hip out. I'm keeping my frames up. Again, I don't want them blasting right around my legs before I get my frames up. First frame comes in, shin on the bicep. Second leg kicks over, right into the shoulder. If you need some more of an angle, hip out. Set your foot in place, okay? And when you guys break up, you guys can kind of play with this a little bit. So, all right, we're gonna get to our first technique now. We're gonna go into our triangle. So when you guys get a double sleeve grip, this is the first thing you should always go for, every single time. So open up, set my grips. All right, with double sleeve, it's very easy to get a triangle. He really doesn't have a way to stop me other than posturing up and pulling backwards. So I'm gonna use my foot on the shoulder. I'm gonna step, drive my hip to the ceiling. My bicep ride comes out. I'm gonna chop across the neck, lock up my triangle. Remember, we wanna take their shoulder out of the equation with our triangle. Don't lock it down here. Chop across. For tightening purposes, I can pull underneath his leg over here. My toes are flexed up to the ceiling, and I'm gonna chop down with my feet, squeezing, getting a nice tight triangle. Make sure you're on the side and you have a good angle. If Houston goes to stack me right here, he's just gonna sweep himself forward. All right. So again, I'm gonna open up, hip out, bicep ride, shallow lasso. I'm gonna step on his shoulder, drive my hips to the ceiling, my leg comes out, chops at an angle. I lock my triangle, pull the arm over. See, I'm in front of Houston right here. I still want to get my angle, so I'm going to scoot over to the side and look through his ear hole. Now, my feet go the same direction, my knees point towards me, and I squeeze down, getting my choke. No hands. All right. Almost done. Go close guard. Okay. Anybody have any questions? All right, on three. 1, 2, 3.